Всем привет, с вами Жнец, мы продолжаем играть в Elex, командор Джакс. До сих пор у нас нейтральный персонаж, предпочитаю пока сохранять нейтралитет, хоть и планирую вступить к изгоям. Далее отправлюсь я в Купольный город. В Купольном городе ждет меня нелегкий выбор. Все, кто играли, все знают, в чем суть данного выбора. Спойлерить не буду.
С одной стороны, хочется и побыть немного плохим,
а с другой стороны, мало ли чем мне это все обернется. В итоге, поговорим с охотником.
Welcome to the camp of the impure, where the poor souls barred from the city stand and wait for the Alps to kill them.
Что вам тут нужно?
What do you want here?
We don't want anything here. We want to be in there, in the city, as the law says we can, as the law says we should be. Those clerics are supposed to uphold the law, yet here we are. The gate's closed to us.
Well, if it ain't Hunter, the Duke's been asking after you.
The Duke knows where I am, and you can fuck off.
Я хочу попасть в город.
I want to get into the city. Can you get me in?
Have you tried to get in yet?
Yes, I went to the gate.
And you got turned away, right?
I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Okay. I can offer you a way to get into the city, but it's risky because you might not get out again. At least not if they confiscate your ID.
А почему я не смогу выйти?
Why won't I be able to get out?
All right. I just hope things don't go the same way they did with Cooper. The clerics have shut the city up tight. They won't let anyone who doesn't have a valid ID through the gate. Not in, not out.
С чего бы клирикам запрещать людям покидать город?
Why would the clerics stop people leaving the city?
They're stopping them meeting up with us. That's what I heard. Paranoid assholes. Anyway, we're off the point. You want in, right? And I can give you a counterfeit ID that will get you in. But once you're inside there, I need you to go and take an ID card to Cooper. That way he can come back out again. Like I say, I can get you in, but I also need you to help me out. You good with that? Does that sound like a deal?
По рукам, давай сюда пропуск.
Deal. Give me the ID, and I'll meet Cooper.
Good. Right. That's the plan. Long term. You see, Wick has all the blank IDs. So before I can get you an ID, I need you to get me Wick.
Where is Wick?
Well, that there is a good question. You see, he's been gone for a while. He'd gone over to the ruins to see if there was anything worth scavenging there, and hasn't come back. You should look for him over to the northwest if you're in a hurry to get into the city. Just look through all the houses. He should still be there, scavenging.
I don't know the
Так,
guy.
ладно.
Suppose I never will now.
I don't even want to know.
Новый пропуск.
It's his own fault.
Надо отыскать Вика.
No, right?
И помнится, я здесь всюду заглядывал. Так, стоп. Болты. Да, я здесь всюду заглядывал. Замочим эту тварину. А вон она, вторая тварь бежит. Так, там интересное местечко. Заглянем туда позже. Так, тут у нас кто-то враждебный рядом. это всего лишь крысы. Да ё-моё.
There's nothing here. Bad idea. There's nothing here. I won't get in now. It's broken. I won't get in now. It's broken.
Что за фигня?
There's nothing here. I won't get in now. It's broken. Bad idea.
Ну ладно.
Pledge yourself to Kalan, and a new life awaits you in the service of man. That is the word of Kalan. That is the word of David. And this is the word of hope. Broadcasting to all the people.
Мертвый Вик. Вас всех замочили крысы. Все продам.
No, I'm not good enough for that.
Переоденем амулет.
That's not any use to me now. No, I'm not good enough for that. No. No.
Блин, ладно.
Too easy.
Замечательно. Так, стрелы, самоцвет, кусок серы. Так. Альбы. Мать твою. Ёшкин кот, баранья тупая башка. Надо было взять этот гребаный амулет. Все хорошо. Куда можно залезть? Тут кругом Альбы. С Альбами-то я легко. Но тут еще смотрю боевые колоссы. У меня мало гранат. С ними не буду пытаться бодаться. Попробуем залезть на эту мельницу, ветряную эту вышку, блин. Пока все хорошо. Ё-моё! Как-то наверх не надо теперь платформу запрыгнуть. Ё-моё! О, да ну нафиг! Это что-то с чем-то. Да ну нафиг! Ё-моё! Это что-то с чем-то, блин. Ну давай, восстанавливайся, восстанавливайся. Есть, да ну! Оно того стоило. Сколько было попыток. Это жопа. Можно посидеть. Круто. Трон достойный победителя. Ну ладно. Прыгаем вниз.
We got it working. Not the way we want it, but if we start it, we have a chance to survive down here.
Так,
We've got an hour until
подожди.
impact. I won't have time to get back to base. I won't
Малое
be able to get
целебное
back to the
зелье.
dam. Please, please, just let the thing work this time.
Не хватает навыков, чтобы взломать. Есть ли у меня подходящий амулет для этого дела? Так, карманный вор, ловкость, сила, бой. Взлом замков, броня. Взлом замков, книжный червь. Ну-ка.
That's not any use to me.
Нифига. Не хватает навыка. Ну ладно. Придется вернуться сюда позже. Да пофиг на тебя, блин, вожак стаи. Я вас не боюсь.
I feel really bad about it.
That's a ruin, all right.
No, right?
Вик мертв, но я нашел у него бланки пропусков.
Wick is dead, but I found the ID cards on his body.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth the risk. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah, well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up for you now. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Дай мне поддельный пропуск.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. Here's your ID. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it, see him, or see you handing this over. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a vegetable by the suggesters.
Do you feel the same way?
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
Так. У меня есть
I have
пропуск.
an entry ID. Let me through.
Really? I thought I knew all the ones that had been issued. And you were here asking about getting ID before. So tell me where you got this one.
Это мои документы, мне их выдали. Старые, я их просто потерял.
It's mine. I was issued one after all. Must have misplaced it.
All right. I'll believe you this once. I've got to be wary. That desert gang of outlaws is always trying to find ways to get by me. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the city illegally, report them to us immediately. And Eric will take care of them. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together. And we keep the city secure. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing the city's independence. That means everyone is welcome here until they cause trouble. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. You may pass.
Так, замечательно. Что происходит в городе?
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alp separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
Я раньше был альбом.
I was also an Alb once.
You? Bullshit. Since when do separatists travel in small groups? What, you're serious? As if we didn't have enough trouble. You better stick with the rest of your crowd. Then I'll know where to find you when we need to kick you out.
Я слышал, что вы держите людей в тюрьме, если они не смогут подтвердить свою личность.
I heard you hold people prisoner if they can't prove their identities.
Of course. Need a valid ID to enter or to leave. It's important we keep the right balance here and that we can hold people accountable. We've worked hard to keep things running here. We can't start letting people flood in or the troublemakers will take over. Anyone who tries to get around with ID is given straight to the suggesters to be taken care of.
Кто такие внушители, я знаю. Где найти Эриха?
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
Ты что-то говорил про Великий Совет Магалана?
You mentioned the Council of Magellan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Кто такой Алоис?
Who's Alois?
Я знаю, это отец
Alois is
Гитлера.
the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
Кто такие внушители?
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason things remain peaceful in the city. If someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation, or both. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy about life. Even so, I recommend avoiding it.
Замечательно. Есть. Я вошел в Купольный город. Теперь надо отдать поддельные документы.
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
Так. Я вижу, ты парень прямой.
You get right to the point, don't you?
And are you gonna give me an answer?
Я против клириков.
I'm against the clerics.
Right, good. I can see you talk sense. They say they're here to keep things safe, to keep order. But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and extend Ignadon's control into Abessa. Not allowing anyone in or out of the city. That's just the start of it. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that those followers of Kalan really want a backdoor for invasion?
Так. Если нас ожидает вторжение, лично я не хотел бы остаться без боеприпасов. Не хватает. Альбы гораздо опаснее, чем клирики.
The Albs are more of a threat than the clerics.
Executions, converters, torture. Believe me, I know all about that shit. But those guys are only interested in Elex, and as far as I know, there isn't any more here in the city than there is elsewhere. So why should they show any interest in attacking a fortified position to get it, instead of sweeping up all there is out there?
The Albs want all the Elex. All of it. No matter where it is.
We won't get in their way. We don't want Elex. They have to see that. They'd be attacking us for nothing. No, it's the clerics.
Меня послал охотник.
Hunter sent me.
Why didn't he come himself?
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out of the city again if he was caught.
You mean he was afraid the same thing would happen to him that happened to me? Fuck it. At least the suggesters haven't found me yet. Did Hunter give you something for me?
Так. Ладно, на, держи.
Yes, I have something for you.
Thanks. I was starting to think that I would never leave this stinking cleric-infested dome. I don't know if Hunter promised you a reward, but here's something from me in any case. You've helped a good cause. Trust me.
Почему вы ничего не делаете, чтобы помешать клирикам?
Why don't you do something to stop the clerics?
I trust you. You gave me my ticket here after all. But I can't tell you our plan. But you must have realized by now the dome must go. The clerics can't be allowed to take Abessa.
Короче, этот парень уже все изложил. Здесь конфликт между изгоями и клириками. В общем, изгои хотят разрушить купол, чтобы альбы разрушили Абессу. И Абессу можно будет разграбить. Я все-таки думаю, что в данном конфликте лучше занять сторону клириков. Но не знаю. Ладно, в общем, на этом мы завершим сегодняшнюю серию. Благодарю всех за внимание. На сегодня у нас все. Надеюсь, данное видео вам понравилось. Всем пока.